Angry guy here, and society is collapsing without men. Guys, help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't. Like the video and turn on notifications to never miss another video again. And now let's begin. So society is collapsing without men. You have all of these women now regretting feminism, choosing a career, prioritizing a career over developing a relationship. You have women in their 50s and 60s that are literally crying their eyes out on social media. Let's go ahead and jump into the first video.
I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of trying to find love on him. I mean, damn. I may not be pretty to somebody, but goddamn, I'm pretty to me. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm tired of this. I just want to be somebody's girlfriend, somebody's wife, somebody something.
You know what's interesting, guys? I want y'all to think about all the men that she rejected. This woman is in her late 50s or 60s right now. And I want you to think about all the dudes that she rejected when she was young. Why are you tired, sister, at 50, at your late 50s or your 60s? That doesn't make sense to me. You want to be someone's wife. You want to be someone's girlfriend. You want to be someone's something. Why didn't you do this 20 years ago? Oh, no. Oh, you're 60. No, 30 years ago. 30 years ago. 40 years ago. What were you doing for the last 40 years? If you are in your 60s, what were you doing for the last 40 years? Even in your late 50s, what were you doing for the last 40 years? Why weren't you looking for someone when you turned 18 or 19? Why weren't you looking for someone in your early 20s? Why don't you talk about that period of time? Why are you sitting on social media so furious and so angry and using that type of terrible, vulgar language? We hear you, we understand, we empathize for you, but why are you so furious? And why are you speaking this way and acting like it's like someone who did something to you? You had your entire life to go and find someone. And you know the honest to goodness truth? In most of these situations, these women rejected tons of men. I guarantee you, she rejected a lot of men over the years. She rejected so many guys, men who are now married, men who have children, men who have pensions, men who are living happy, carefree lives. She rejected these men over the course of her entire life. What was she doing? Guys, it's there's no rocket science to it. She was out there with other dudes. She was in relationships with Tyrone, maybe a few Chads. She went around and she gave out her value. She chose to, guys, the streets are always a huge thing. It's not hard. You can figure it out. She didn't want the dudes that wanted her. She wanted the playboys. She wanted the Tyrones. She wanted the Pookies. She wanted the Ray Rays. She was messing around with these dudes. She was hanging around with these dudes. That's why I always say to young women, like when they come on my channel and they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to be like that," and I'm like, "Listen, there are these dudes named Chad, Tyrone, Brad, Ray, Pookie, Enrique, Miguel, Juan, Pancho, Little Pancho. Be very careful with Little Pancho because Pancho has blown out a lot of backs. You might think that he's someone that is just like is like a little adorable guy with his fat little belly, and he just likes to drink tequila and eat tacos. No. Pancho is a ladies' man. You don't know how many children Pancho has fathered, and neither does he. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's mucho. It's a lot. It's a lot of children, and you have to be careful. And a lot of these women, they go out with these guys, and they mess around for so many years, and they do get pregnant. They get pregnant, and they decide to hit Control Alt Delete because it wasn't the right time. And then look at them. Or some of them do have these children. Like that woman, we don't know if she has children. We don't know if she has children or not. She very well could have children. But it doesn't matter because those men never stuck around. Tyrone never stuck around. Pookie never stuck around. You see this Tyrone, you see this Pookie constantly attacking me, messaging me, sending me emails because he's furious, saying that I'm saying rude things about black men when black men don't want to have anything to do with him. When black men are responding to my videos, calling him out, and he doesn't care because he's out there in the streets doing these things, and now accountability is coming for him. But not only is accountability coming for him, but it's coming for women that have that single mother energy because they were strong, independent, don't need no man. You were out there in the streets for 40 years, sister. 40 years. 40 years in the streets. And you decided that you were going to go with these guys that didn't even like you, didn't care about you, but oh, they were fun. They made you feel good emotionally. They brought you highs and lows. Some of them bought you drinks. It was a great ride, but you don't have anything to show for it now. You have nothing to show for it. You want a man to come in and rescue. And here's the thing about that. She doesn't just want any man. She said that she may not be pretty, but guess what? She wants a man that looks good. You think she wants a man with a beer belly? No, she doesn't. You think she wants a man that makes only $40,000-$50,000 a year? No, she doesn't. She wants a man that makes at least over $100,000 a year, that is tall, dark, and handsome, that will be there for her emotionally, physically, financially. And the moment that she lands this man, she now will say that she is better than him. And her friends will start telling her, listen, girl, you are not ugly. You are not ugly. You are someone's child. You are not ugly. You are made in God's image too. Okay? Which means you are majestic. You are beautiful. Because if this man did not find you beautiful, you would not be with him. You could be with him. You could be with anyone else. Listen, girl, he's a 2 and you're a 10. Don't let anyone ever tell you anything different. It's the honest to goodness truth. And it's like a lot of women, this is how they operate. The moment that a man comes along and gets into a relationship with them, no matter how high that man is up on the ladder, he could be a 10 in looks, he could be a 10 in height, he could have a six-pack, he could have 9 inches, he could be a billionaire, he could have everything together. He could be LeBron James. Guess what? The moment that she gets LeBron James, it doesn't matter if she's a 2, he's now a 3, and she's now a 10. That's how her mind works because she was able to get this guy with this value. And the fact is that she having nothing to offer and she was still able to get him means that she is clearly more valuable than him. And her looks and her presence have to be more valuable than everything he's worked for and everything he will ever be, because he accepted her with nothing else other than her looks and her presence. This is why men have to stop doing this. They have to stop getting into relationships with women who basically bring nothing to the table, offer nothing in the relationship, but turn around and say that they are the table. They are the relationship. There's no relationship without them. And the man shouldn't ask for anything. A real man doesn't ask for anything. A real man takes care of the woman and basically keeps his mouth shut. Like, what the heck is this, guys? Y'all need to wake up.
The reason why I'm still single is because I'm selecting. I'm trying to select. You understand? Right now, I'm not selecting again. I'm not selecting again because it is getting too much. Now, I'm not selecting. See, if you know you are broke or one recap, or if you shall know you like me, tell me. Go straight to the point. I'm not selecting again. I'm not doing shakarami or shakaramo. Go straight to the point. Let's start talking. See, I'm not doing shaka. This single life is not good, especially when you are not in Nigeria. It's not good at all. Go straight.
What did we just hear? Guys, like, that sounds like some real desperation right there. Like, I mean, like, that sounds like some real, I'm not selecting a king anymore. So basically, that sounds like she's trying to say that she is so desperate now that she will take just about any man that comes along as long as he can take care of her, subsidize her living. Like, even if you're broke, guys, what did I just hear that right? Like, guys, these are the consequences of the streets. These are the consequences of the streets. Like, you reject all of these men. She said, I'm not selecting a king. In other words, she's just desperate for any man who can keep her going right now. Because in other countries, They don't have the social welfare programs that they have in the United States or in other Western countries. So a woman doesn't have a man, like, it can be really bad for her. It could be really, really bad for her. Like, there's no, I'm gonna go and find this or that. Like, I'm gonna get money from the government or this charity. No, maybe at best she could go sleep in a church. They don't have women's shelters like that, in these countries. And the places that they do have, they're terrible. They look more like orphanages, where people like, just like how people drop off children and go away, and like they're living like in like something out of Annie, like that hard knock life. You go to these women's shelters and they're sitting on the floor and they're just like struggling, and it's like it's a hard knock life for us. And it's like, and they just wish a man would come in there and get them, and they're all talking to each other about how the men are coming, some man is going to come and rescue them and take them out of there, adopt them. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's like these. It's different in other countries. You go to the Philippines; these women, they are desperate to find themselves a good man, because a good man is hard to come by. A lot of the men in the Philippines, these guys, they will just pick up and leave them, and they'll go have some other children. And the government can't do anything about it, because what's the government going to do? These guys are making like $10 a day. So if the government takes whatever they're earning, that's if they could even get to it. Then what? How are these guys going to survive? So basically, those laws that they have in the Philippines, they don't affect Filipino men. Those laws are for foreigners. Really telling you the truth. Those laws are specifically for foreigners. And you can see it. Society is collapsing without men. Women are collapsing without men. Okay? Without men, everything falls apart. We can see this article, and this article basically illustrates what's happening. Feminism created strong, independent women who are desperate, lonely, and completely broke. Completely broke. And guys, it's not just that. It's not just that. It's much, much deeper than that. I've also showed you another article where it shows that when it comes to millennial women, US millennial women are now more likely to pass away in their late 20s and early 30s than any generation since WW2 era, the WW2 era. So basically, women born in 1928, these women are passing away rapidly, and it's only accelerating. I mean, guys, you have to wake up and realize nothing lasts forever. These women brought this reality onto themselves. They chose it for themselves, and now they're going to have to live with those consequences. What do you think, guys? What do you think regarding all of this? Guys, if you're enjoying my content, if you want to see this channel balloon, skyrocket, help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by clicking on the subscribe button if you already have it. Like the video and turn on notifications to never miss another video ever again. I want to know what you guys think regarding everything we've discussed here today. Do you agree? Do you see this for yourself, that society is collapsing without men? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.